Hi, I'm Jale, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading for the 22nd of October 2019 to see what energies are around, what it is you can expect to see today, and any other insight that Spirit would like to give. I have my Palo Alto burning in the background there, so if you see smoke, you're fine. It's, yeah, I'm just burning some Palo Alto. I might burn some sage as well. So yeah, we'll just link into Spirit, see what they... I've got a song coming through immediately, I'm just going to say it. I don't know who it's by. It's Don't You Forget About Me. Something... Let me see who this is by here. Sorry, guys. In fact, I might pause this until I find out. One sec. Yeah, the song is by Simple Minds, okay? And basically, you might want to check the lyrics out. If it jumps out, then obviously have a look. If it doesn't feel right that the message is for you, then obviously I don't think this is... No, they're saying correction. Spirit's saying no, this is going to be for everyone. It says, tell me your troubles and doubts, giving me everything inside and out. Love strange, so real in the dark, thinking of the tender things that we're working on. Slow change may pull us apart when the light gets into your heart. Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. Will you stand above me? Look my way, never love me. Rain keeps falling down. Will you recognise me? Call my name or walk on by. Rain keeps falling. Don't you try and pretend it's my feeling will win in the end. I won't harm you or touch your defences. Vanity and security. So yeah, have a quick look. But it's like, it feels to me this could be about... I mean, I'll be honest with you, I feel like it's a male that's communicating with that message. But it could be just for females. They're just... Spirit just keeps saying it's for everyone. So I feel like there's a message, and I feel like it's linked to heartbreak. It's linked to, like, I'm sure the album cover of this, or the cover of this track is a heart. So I feel like if this is not linking to a love situation, for those that obviously are thinking, no, this is not for a love situation, I feel like it's about reconnecting with the self and making sure that you're not losing touch with yourself and your inner voice. They're talking about inner voice here. I'm just listening to Spirit. Give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to my cards at the same time. It's like... I feel like the general energy here is people are in potentially split minds about certain situations, either with an inner voice that they feel that they aren't entirely able to distinguish. Maybe you're going for a choice, a major decision. I feel like if this is not in relation to a life scenario, this is going to be in relation to a major life decision. But I feel like it pertains to today's energy. So it could be that maybe the energy for today means that you have to start sifting through some of this energy to get to your choices, to make those decisions. The other energy I'm getting here is if you're getting interactions with male work colleagues or employers, you know, bosses, someone's coming down a little bit hard on people. It's like there's a frustration behind their life and they're taking it out on people they work with. If that is you, and maybe you come home and watch this video and think, oh my goodness, what on earth was that about? Spirit are just saying they have family issues and they're not utilising the opportunity in their free time to cleanse that. They're bringing it into work. They might also have money issues as well. And I feel like if this is a boss, there's something they feel like they're losing control over. And they're kind of projecting that onto you, if I'm totally honest. They're just saying that's going to ease. There's something about the energy today that's bringing up more protective instincts of males, of the masculine. There's a very rigid, very Four of Pentacles energy here where people don't want to be letting things go, or it's like people don't want to just let the natural flow of things happen. People have to be holding on rigidly. And again, if you're watching this video and thinking, well, that's not me, maybe the messages aren't for you today. But this is just what the Spirit want me to bring forward. So Spirit, what can you tell me about the 22nd of October 2019 general energies here? Any messages coming through? What's the general situation today? This guy. This guy. Someone is needing to do some healing, and they're not. Someone is totally doing the opposite of that. Someone is totally doing the opposite of healing. They are blissfully unaware that they have to do that. In fact, what they're saying to me is not only are they blissfully unaware, they're pretending they don't need it. They're also not looking at the bigger picture. They're not looking at the problems that need to be looked at. They're surging ahead in one direction, and what little do they know, they're actually walking away from what they really need to be focusing on. That's the impression I'm getting here. Okay, if this is a love connection, if this is not a work scenario for you, if this is a love connection, then they need to get more into their feminine energy and balance that out a bit, because it's like this really, I'm going to be honest with you, it's a bit obnoxious energy, this. And if it is a love connection and that doesn't fit, then they're ignoring the decisions they have to make, because it for them it's like they don't want to look at their shortfalls. They don't want to look at the reality of where they've been placing their time. There's someone here that has put a lot of time into something. They know things are about to change. They know things are going to happen quickly, but they don't quite want to realise it. They don't quite want to acknowledge that that change is here. The change is here. You cannot escape what is meant for you. It's like they know. Yeah, look, they know. This is the keeper of the secrets, okay? So if they, let's say this is a relationship scenario, okay? Let's say it's a boss at work and they've got home life problems, or let's say it's your counterpart that, you know, maybe something's been hidden from them. They know. There is no escaping. It's like there's a secret here that they know, but they're trying to, it's like, if you were to ask someone to look out of a window and go describe what's out there, they're like, no, I can see everything here. And they're like, no, you're like, no, look out the window and explain. They don't want to make a decision about this. Okay, this could be you. Maybe you are the one that's discovered something today. You are the one where something's dawning on you, a reality. What's this secret, please? It's going to be different for everyone, but what's this secret here? What's that? What have they discovered, please? What's been discovered, please, Spirit? They're just saying it's going to be different for absolutely everyone, but let me just see if I can hone this in. Why do I feel like a female card's going to come out, or a male card's going to come out? What have they discovered? Yeah, Spirit's saying third parties. Now, that's not to say you've been discovered. I feel like if this person's linked to another relationship, they might have discovered there's a third party within their own relationship. And Spirit are just saying you reap what you sow. Feels like a bit of a karmic edge with this. What's the Five of Cups? There's Two of Cups still there. But they're almost not focusing on those Two of Cups. They're focusing on all the other cups that have spilled out. What's the Five of Cups in relation to, please, Spirit? An attachment. Could be addiction. Could be codependent behaviour. This is the shadow side, which is the Devil card. Could be to do with sex. Could be that if it's not to do with addiction, an attachment, a behaviour that is outdated and that, you know, needs to go. It could be that they're focusing on that, but this could also be third parties. But they know they know they need to do the healing. They know this is coming and it's here, but it's like they don't quite know how to deal with this. It could be codependent behaviour that they're dealing with. They're trying to sort of they're trying to phase out, but whatever it is, it's keeping them up. Okay, and again, if this is not someone, you know, a counterpart or a boss, if this is you and you're struggling or trying to work out how to kind of resolve addictive patterns of behaviour, codependency, attachment, let's see what's going to happen here. This, I feel, today is going to be prevalent. the High Priestess card comes in again, all right? It's either a double secret, and it's a love offer is being withdrawn. Someone is withdrawing a love offer because they now know they have all, yeah, look. It's like a withdrawal. They know that potentially there is a third party, or their partnership is in question, or it could be, if it's you, that maybe you're the one that's withdrawing. I mean, obviously you're going to be able to confirm that, yeah, because it's like there's a third party influence here. There, if this is you, it's like there's an emotional switching on. It's like you've emotionally kind of, your antennas, your emotional antennas have kind of lit up, and it's like, you know, something is amiss, something is awry with this. And again, if this is not you, then it could be, and you know, it links to a love situation. It could be someone that you know, maybe you're in a third party situation and your love interest, their partner has another person as well. But there's talk of this. I feel like either they're keeping an eye on the situation with the Page of Swords, or people are discussing this, and it's making it harder and harder for this to be covered up, because I feel like this might have been known a while. This might have been known a while, but it was like they were in a protective stance with it. They would carry on going with their armour, but it's like, and they were moving forward, but they didn't know how to sort of really take the leap or take the steps. Yeah, look. But because I feel like today you may get extra, maybe there's gossip in a community, maybe you'll hear about this, or if this is, I mean, look, if you're going to know if this is you or another person, you're going to know, okay? So just take it as it resonates. But people, I feel, are discussing this now. It's like the information is getting more and more in depth. They're defending a wish. There's a very defensive energy around this. It's like they want that hope. They want to keep hoping that this situation isn't going to happen. And they're even defending it. Maybe they're even defending it to friends. Or if this is a work situation, maybe you might have change of management soon, because they're trying to keep their job. They're trying to keep their situation. They're defending their position. But maybe, you know, this manager, this boss, who maybe isn't hitting those needed targets or isn't adhering to those levels, could be potentially leaving their job. But let's see what else is going on here with this situation. And again, if you know that you don't have a love interest, but you know this could apply to your boss, but you're not seeing any outward differences, just pay attention that today could be the kind of catalyst to begin, maybe, you know, in a few weeks, that he'll eventually go, or your boss or she'll eventually go. Something is outdated. If this is a love interest where they are trying to protect this at all costs, because this is the Hierophant, and they are still trying to justify to themselves that, no, it's fine, everything's okay, you know, she isn't cheating on me, or he isn't cheating on me, or, you know, it's, you know, misguided loyalty. Or, for example, the boss at work is saying to their superiors, no, it's fine, everything's okay. It's kind of not okay, because there's a system here, or there's a scenario that is being reworked from the information that's being discussed today. There could also be some very outward emotionally, either a bit emotionally volatile, or just a sort of an outpouring of emotions, a visible outpouring of emotions. Queen of Cups. What is the Queen of Cups, please, Spirit? What is the Queen of Cups card, please, in relation to? Well, that's quite a few cards. It could be that they feel they're losing, if this is a counterpart, they feel they're losing their grip on their love interest. Maybe their love interest isn't apologetic about any of this. Maybe their love interest has gone, yeah, I am cheating on you, or I am. But there's something, again, this is going to be different for everyone, but there's something about a very unapologetic energy. It's like someone's withdrawing. One is withdrawing. I mean, look, Page of Cups in reverse. Someone's shutting down here. It's like they could go into that emotionally very kind of deep energy, and because of that they don't know how to deal with it, and so they're really shutting themselves down. They could even be focusing on work or money, so it's like they're trying to distract themselves. So again, it could be that this boss or manager at work, again, if it isn't this and it's a love interest, is pretending everything's okay and just keeps doing his day-to-day responsibility. If this is a love interest, you're a love interest, and you're not with this person, they're focusing on every which way. But again, that window analogy, it's like they don't want to know. They're pretending not to see. It's like, no, my pentacle's here. I'm the provider. I'm the this. I'm the that. They don't want to see it. There's something in their heart that's telling them that potentially that things could change. So they're just trying to hold off. They're trying to, that, you know, sometimes action is inaction is the best action, they say. So I feel like their plan is just to hold off on everything and hope that it goes away, and hope, you know, again, they don't want an argument. They don't want an argument. They don't want a conflict. They just fed up with the conflict. So then it's like they know this. They know. Again, if you've communicated with this person the last few days, whatever you've said, that could have also impacted this and helped. They know deep down, underneath it all, grand scheme of things, they have to make a decision because they're not happy anyway. They know this. But it's like they're trying to wait to see if the situation changes. It's like they're in a mixed mind. All right? Someone is emotionally a little bit unstable with this and is definitely withdrawing. Okay? There's a total emotional withdrawal here with this. And again, it could be that that person's noticed the behaviour, and that's why there's questions being asked. Yeah, it's like they're trying to defend this, almost like their status. It's like they're trying to defend that. They're trying to protect that image. Maybe a bit of ego here. They don't want anyone to acknowledge what's really going on. They're trying to defend their set up, their kind of stability. They're trying to, they don't want to be rocked by this. Let's see what this card is about. Yeah, they're very undecided about how they're going to go about doing this. It's like they're trying to muster up the energy to maybe start, this could be you, maybe you're trying to muster up the energy to start afresh and new and change the cycle. Maybe you're trying to do that at the moment, you know. Maybe you're trying to sort of bring about change to help this cycle move forward, because I feel like it is, the cycle is going on and on and on. There's something about pride here that is not allowing them to move on. It's like if they were to release this, or you were to release this and drop this scenario, it's like in the back of their mind, it's like they don't want to admit defeat. Look, this loyalty, potentially even misguided loyalty here, look, potential misguided loyalty, they don't want to admit defeat. Maybe you don't want to admit defeat. Maybe this is, you know, maybe this is your situation. So what's going to happen, please? What's the outcome for this situation? Wow. 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 Okay. So we have the Four of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So it's like this is going to be dropped. That you cannot hold on this tightly and expect the universe to keep going with this, okay? This is the Devil and Strength. So it's about removal of ego, removal of these kind of ridiculously close attachments that don't serve a purpose. This is the Judgment card, so karma. They're going to have an awareness. They're going to start understanding what this is all about. Can you see the moon in the background? Now we've got a new moon coming up on the 27th, 28th. So it could be that there's a revelation, because that's going to be in Scorpio, which is all about the hidden. Because the Empress card is here, it's like if this is a twin flame connection and you're not in union with this person, it's like they could rely on you. They could come to you for help. Yeah, look. Because at the moment it's like there's no action. They don't want to know about this scenario. It's like the tree has well and truly, you know, it's like died a death, this. But they're trying not to acknowledge it. There's no balance in the situation. They don't have that balance, and they don't want to close out a cycle. They're just hanging on. It's like the pentacles on that tree. It's like hanging on for dear life, you know. They're not willing to accept that this is what they put their energy into. They don't want to acknowledge that this is the kind of, you know, what exactly has happened and is the outcome for all the energy they put into a scenario, you know. It's like they're trying to backtrack. It's like someone trying to backpedal. They don't want to, they're desperate for this to keep. Because this is the thing, they've built this image, I feel, around this scenario. And it's like if they acknowledge fault and they, in this person, say this ends, what are people going to say? Like, that's their prime concern. I don't even know if it's emotionally they're concerned, but it's a very codependent energy. Yeah, look. So we've got a very mixed mind here. We've got a very kind of almost like, you know, torn. Again, this codependent, very codependent behaviour. Like, if I'm not with this person, then who am I? If I'm not in this job, then who am I? If I don't get this, if my friends or family don't see it this way, then who am I? You know, they feel like their identity has been built around this person, which is not good. Absolutely scared of stepping out on their own and having that independence. They're mentally extremely conflicted about independence, okay? They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to deal with this. They know deep down on some level that there has to be something. They have to do something. But again, it's like they're stuck on this is my wish and this is my stability, and you know, only by having all these people around me that I'm stable, and you know, I have my abundance. And it's like, you know, that's not the case. You know that that's not the case. You know you can't build. It's like you've put all your eggs in one basket here, and then you're wondering when the basket kind of the bottom falls out of it, what's going on. Yeah. Again, they are probably not communicating this. They're probably silently moving along this situation. They do not want to draw conflict to them. They want balance. They want balance in the situation. They think it will balance itself out. That's what they think. What is justice, please? Yeah, look. Oh my goodness. This is like, they know there's a secret in this scenario. They know the secret. They are 100%. So if your counterpart, if you're not with this person, and they're in a third party situation, or if this is you and maybe you've got a secret, someone knows about a secret. It's like someone is aware. Sorry, I just have to sneeze, which I've just paused the recording and done that because when I channel I get all kinds of random energy. So, okay. Yeah, look. They dearly want this to be true. This is the thing. I feel like people have built a bit of an illusionary stability up around this, and it's like the illusion is about to be removed. You know, don't forget, in a month's time we've got Neptune that is about to go direct, which is in Pisces, which is all about illusion. This could be a run up for that. It could be just sort of a bit of a stop start, but they feel like if they keep going with this, or if this is you, maybe you're going to keep going with this, hoping again with this protective armor that the payout comes, and you know, going from the Knight into the King, where you can re-establish this situation again, or you know, whoever this is in relation to, but you'll know who I'm talking about here. It's like a blind faith in this situation that things will be okay. But underneath it all, they are actually seeking answers. They're going within now, and they're going to seek answers, because this is how they're presenting to the outside world. This is how they're presenting to people, you know, kind of peers, family, friends. But this is actually what they're doing in their spare time. They're looking for answers because they know something is not right. And if this is you, then this is what probably you're going to be doing, you know, looking for those answers. It could mean that, okay, let me just, I feel like they're giving me 3 scenarios here. One sec. Let me confirm this pile. Okay, I want you guys to pick a pile 1, 2 or 3. Okay, and again, if you listen to this, because I'm going to give you an outcome here, but pick a pile 1, 2 or 3. All right, this is going to be your outcome. Think of it now. Pause the video if you have to, because there's 3 different scenarios or outcomes for this scenario, this situation, and I'm going to clarify this in a minute. And again, if you listen to your outcome and think, well, that doesn't relate to anything I'm thinking, then just pick another number, you know, or watch for the messages this week, because it could, I feel like they're going to start giving me a more evolved insight into this scenario, whatever this is. Okay, so if you've picked pile 1, they're going to kind of keep back. They're not going to they're not going to throw all their energy into this. They're actually going to back off a little bit more than they have done, right? Page of Pentacles and Temperance, but they're going to start focusing on their own spiritual healing. Because they know that they've put all of their energy into this, and that they can't sustain that, because it's look at how they've been. I feel like they know that they're a bit once bitten twice shy, so it's like they've put so much effort and energy into this that it's not paying off. They've kind of been shot in the foot here. So if they back off a little bit but still offer that pentacle to this scenario, but while healing in that hermit stage, then they'll be able to come out the other end and then review it then. Okay, that's scenario number 1. Scenario number 2 is they are considering blowing this wide open to the point where they're just going to go, I know everything, you know, I actually am just going to tell everyone about this, and I'm going to make there's someone's going to hunt the other person's reputation down. Like, instead of them looking like the fool, I feel like they're going to potentially enact that other person that's involved in this scenario in order to get them to look like the fool and save and preserve their own protection and situation. Yeah. And then scenario 3 is there's a battle. So if this is a third party, we've got the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. One of them is charging in to defend. It's like there's potentially an argument that they're not going to go to the other person involved. They're going to go directly to who they think is the source of this, to defend their commitment. Okay, so pile number 1 is to stay in the commitment or stay in the scenario and back off and just focus on them and their healing. Pile number 2 is to absolutely just blow this wide open, so potentially everyone involved having some knock-on effect. And then pile 3 is they're going to go for the other direct influence. So if this is a third party situation, rather than going for their partner, they're going to go for the third party in their relationship and defend their honor. It's like I'm getting ego battles, literal ego battles. And it's interesting because the Hierophant's even saying, look, you need to focus upstairs. Focus upstairs. This is, you know, the battle shouldn't be here. It should be with you. This is about you and the battle with yourself, and the fact that you've you've chosen the wrong path, I feel. And rather than acknowledging that and going, this is a lesson for me, let me just allow my ego to drop down and move forward, they're holding on tooth and nail to the outcome because they want to preserve their own situation. Yeah, they do not want the cycle. Like, they don't want this to end. That's all that keeps coming through. They don't want this to end. They want me to pull oracle cards now. Right, Earth Magic deck. Okay, so let's go for what is the outcome for scenario number 1. What is the outcome for scenario number 1? What is the outcome for scenario number 1? What is the outcome for scenario number 1? Split in the deck, it says love, compassion. What is the outcome for scenario number 1, please? Outcome, please, for scenario number 1 for 22nd of October 2019's generalised reading for general collective, please. Outcome 1, what is Scenario 1, what is the outcome, please, Spirit? And I'm just hearing, don't you forget about me. That's the song that is potentially connected to that. Don't you forget about me. If you are number 1, okay, so either this is going to be resolved via the next full moon, which is going to be sometime around the middle to the end of November. Again, don't forget, Neptune goes direct in Pisces, 27th of November. You're going to have very much an idea at the end of that month that this whole situation has been completed. It's like that it's being phased out. There's a whole new cycle coming. And as you can see, there's a tree here that's growing in the moonlight. So it's reached its sustenance, it's reached its healing and whatever it needed to grow, okay? It's reached that outcome, it's reached that end, and therefore it's ready for a new beginning, okay? Completion, total cycle change, all right? So that's scenario number 1. Scenario number 2, outcome, please, Spirit. Scenario number 2, outcome, please. Scenario number 2, outcome, please. Scenario number 2, outcome, please. Okay, so you've got 3 cards for scenario number... hang on, let me just check with them. Is this 1 and 2? That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Okay. So they want me to show this for number 1, which you've seen. This is for number 2, so it's cloud shape-shifting. So don't forget that was the tower. It's like whenever we get clouds in the sky, obviously there's a little storm on its way. Shape-shifting is a change in energy that is bringing about change, essentially. Okay, so the matter in the sky, the energy in the sky is changing in order to clear out what needs to be cleared out. Okay, so it's not a bad outcome, it just means there's a little storm before to get to the good part, you know. Okay, so let me pull one more card for 2. In fact, let me pull from this deck for 2. Because I feel like I need more information on 2, pile 2. What is the outcome for pile 2, please? What will be happening from pile 2 in the next, after this scenario? What is the next thing that this will bring? Okay. So obviously we know this is going to shake things up. Pieces in the reverse, right? Okay, but what is this going to bring once this energy is moved? And Spirit just saying, if this is you, stay away. Send them energy. Maybe even send them a bit of healing. But I would not be getting involved in this scenario personally. But again, you make sure you check with your own inner guidance. Because this looks like whoever is directly involved in this, so if you're out of communication with this person, that's probably why. They do not want to drag you into this scenario. They just do not want to, because this is going to move really quickly. Yeah, it's like they have to, I think this is masculine energy. It's like they are reasserting their masculine energy here, and they need to do this because again it's going to rebalance that. So that basically when you're in your feminine, you know, that's going to really help. Yeah, look, the energies that propel the world forward. This is the Yang card. It's the power of action. So it could be even if they're your divine feminine or they're feminine, they're female, that they just didn't act on anything and they didn't acknowledge anything. And this is going to help them reach that point. We need them to reach that point because it's going to balance your energy out. Maybe you're getting it more into your feminine side, you know, and you're going to be focusing on that while they're focusing on this. That's the advice. The advice is that if you pick pile 2, is while they're doing all this, you focus on your feminine side because it'll bring balance. Let's pull for pile number 1 now. I want to get more information for pile 1. Yeah, look, there's unfinished business with you guys, so don't give up. Okay, this is not to say that they're going to do this and get so sucked into it that you know, they're not going to pay attention to you. They just need to do this first, okay? And meanwhile, focus on your healing, your emotional healing. Go to the sea. If you need to go to the sea or a body of water in order to cleanse yourself, then do it. All right. Okay, so that's pile number 1. And then and 2, and now 3 is rebirth, okay? So either this is going to carry out or drag on a little bit, because it could be that this is because it says spring equinox. Maybe you're not going to see a clear change in this until spring. Maybe you've stepped away. Maybe after this you think, I'm absolutely done with this scenario and I'm just going to do my own thing, and then this will get picked up in spring. But what else can you tell us about pile 3, please? Outcome 3. Outcome for number 3, pile, please. What else can you tell us about this? What else can you tell us? Yeah, look. Right, everything happens for a reason, guys. Everything happens for a reason. Luck is on your side. The universe is on your side, okay? Don't give up on this. There's more to come, all right? You already know there's more to come. You know that there's a reason behind all this. Can you see the owl on the moon? Someone is looking out for you, okay? But this does need to change in order to help your situation. There's a regeneration here, you know? And as you can see, there's embers that have burnt through that tree because there needs to be new growth, all right? So sometimes they say fire through, you know, transmutation through fire, purging through fire. Yes, it seems extreme, but if that person then learns so that when they come towards you, they're in a better position, so they can come towards their tribe. You know, maybe they're in a position here where if they don't do it this way for pile 3, they're never going to get away from these people or the situation they're in, and they have to assert their presence in order to step towards you. But this might take a little longer, you know, for pile 3. I feel like I need to get pile 3 a bit more information, because I feel like people in pile 3 are not happy with this outcome. Let me just see. Okay, so let's ask the question. So for today then, for the 22nd of October, what is this spring time? What will be happening in the spring? Why is there a reference to spring here? What is the reference? They want me to get another deck. It's like there's going to be some help. Basically, there's a shifting energy, and the spring is going to be the time. Outcome for pile 3, please. What is the outcome for pile 3, and what is the reference to spring? Yeah, it could be that they're actually in amongst all this battle, that there is a financial constriction here that is absolutely going to be hard to get out of. They can't just kind of, maybe piles 1 and 2 don't have as much as a financial link, and so pile 3 is going to take longer. All right, so just make sure that you're not attached to the outcome in terms of timing, because maybe this. Okay, so let's ask, what can pile number 3 be doing while this carries out? What can pile number 3 be doing while this carries out? What can pile number 3 be doing while this carries out? What is their advice? Right, first of all, if you've been sat back waiting, you need to start reversing that now and jump into action, all right? 1, 2, yeah. You need to potentially do a bit of work on your solar plexus chakra, which is the willpower in action. If you're not motivated and you're not sure what path you need to go on, that's what you need to be focusing on with these 2 cards, all right? No resting, we need to get to work, because the more work you're doing, building maybe your finances up, maybe this is your mission work that they want you to be getting on with, but there is something you can be doing in amongst this while this draws out. Now, I'm not saying pile number 3 that this is going to drag on till spring, but what I'm saying is that, let's say for example this situation disconnects in a month. It could be that you don't pick this up, or you're not around, or you're not connected to this person until spring, and you're not in a position to be connected to the person until spring, because they have so much on that whatever this is brewing between this scenario, that this is not going to resolve and be in a place for you to step forward until spring, you know? So just keep an open mind. But guys, each pile 1, 2 and 3, please focus on your own stuff. So for example, pile number 2, no, let's do one at a time. So pile number 1, you must be doing your emotional cleansing. Okay, go to a body of water, sit in a salt bath. You must be doing some emotional heart cleansing. So heart chakra meditations, sacral chakra meditations. Do your meditation. maybe even start your development with your intuition if you haven't already done so. If you have, listen to music, because that is going to help you. Music is going to be very important for you. You must, if you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, you must connect through something that lights your fire, your heart on fire, that keeps your heart open. So again, if it's not music, if it's art, then do that. But make sure you keep your heart open at this time and don't just kind of go into shutdown mode, because it really needs to be balanced, okay? Pile number 2, get into your feminine energy. You have to get into your feminine energy. So look into what that means. Open up to receive. If you've got maybe financial issues, that could also link in with it. But I would be focusing primarily on opening up my inner goddess, my feminine energy, my divine feminine. So then, while your counterpart is off in their masculine energy, you're balancing them by being in your feminine energy and being at the pinnacle of that, okay? And pile number 3, definitely start focusing on solar plexus chakra, because this is going to propel you forward for action to resolve also your financial issues, so that you can then do your work and start off a routine that when you do come into union is going to help your counterpart, because you've done the base work for it. So guys, as you can see, the bottom of the deck is journey. This is certainly a journey. This is going to be a day-by-day process. I will probably, until the end of the week, be looking into this for you guys. If not, then again, video will be posted tomorrow about obviously what Spirit wants to talk about messages-wise. Hopefully this has helped. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. It's much appreciated. All your subscriptions and likes, it doesn't go unnoticed. And guys, take care. I'm wishing you all the very best, positive energy and luck in your journey, and have a brilliant day. Bye bye.